the mic now. There we go. Alrighty. Well, it's Monday. God, I look kind of short in the video. Wow, my hair is all messed up. I don't know what it is. Every time I get a haircut at the very beginning, but it's kind of short, it flattens out. I don't know why. Kind of annoying. Only on one side too. I don't know if that's how I sleep on it or. Anyway. Oops. Don't want to spill my coffee. Tonight I am drinking a new concoction. We found Cinnamon Toast Crunch creamer, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch like my all-time favorite cereal. So now I can make Cinnamon Toast Crunch coffee. It's only 205 calories as opposed to the cereal, which would probably cost about 400. And it tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's really good. I'm pretty excited for that. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I was going to put my calories in because I'm watching my calories. And my coffee is going to cost me my patience. Snacks. Quick add. 205. Boom. Which is a lot better than 590 calories that you get from like, well, I normally get my coffee from Caribou, or I don't ever drink Starbucks. But I can imagine that their coffees are pretty high in calories too. So I make my own lattes. Shouldn't be drinking one this late, but what the hell. It's better than alcohol, I guess. Been turning into a bit of a drinker lately. Only at night. Mostly to help me sleep, because my bed is a brick. But aside from that. Anywho, so while we wait, I see I have two people watching. Hello, and how has your day been? Mine has been incredibly busy. And you know, months ago, I used to say that I didn't really get a lot of work done on my YouTube channel or my blogs because I was lazy. And to some great degree, it was accurate. But lately, I am anything but lazy. It's been non-stop for about, well, I don't know, 3 months now. And yeah, I came to the sad realization that I have way too much on my plate. Trying to manage, let's see, I've got 4, Crossing Colorado, Rider Sanctuary, Colorado Plays, me, and then the new one, Practically Living Green. So there's 5 blogs plus my client, and I'm trying to do YouTube channel for all 5 of those blogs. Yeah, that's, I don't know if that's going to happen. It's an awful lot. It's an awful lot of content, whether you're writing or recording. And based on how long it takes me to do a video, anywhere from 2.5 to 4 hours. And then I have to make sure my clients are all done. I just don't know if I can keep up with everything. I keep trying to add more to my plate because I have all these ideas that would pan out if I put effort into them. But when you're up to here in everything, gotta start shoveling some stuff out, you know? Was debating on quitting some of my other ones, like I don't want to get rid of the gaming blog. Actually, I don't want to get rid of any of them. I just need to figure out how I can do all 5 throughout the week. Because for any one of them to be successful, I have to have a constant flow of content. And I've been doing pretty good with PracticallyLivingGreen.com, which is the experimental blog, and then Rider Sanctuary. In fact, I have stuff scheduled until Wednesday this week. But then I also want to try doing the Crossing Colorado one, Colorado Plays. I want to get it on the same schedule, but most of the articles on that are how-tos, and it takes a lot of screenshots. Usually takes me about 2.5 hours for one blog post. Now, if I do that on days where I do a video, there's 6 hours automatically between the one blog post and one video. And then I spend half my day with one of my clients, so I'm already pushing exhaustible limits. But yeah, that's where that's at. I'm still trucking along. I'm still pushing through. The to see if I can make it last, but I don't know. There are days like today where I'm thinking, fuck, if I just get rid of half the stuff that I do, my life would be so much easier. But it wouldn't be as fulfilling. I love what I do. I love blogging. I love making the videos. I just gotta figure out how to balance it all. If I can figure out a better way to do the videos, to where it doesn't take me 4 hours to edit the damn thing, then yeah, I could probably do a lot more. But that's the trick, is to come up with a good pattern of everything to where it's not taking up most of my day. I have to do so many jump cuts because I either stumble across my words or my mind goes elsewhere from the topic. I do that a lot. I do a lot of ums. I'll space off for a second because I always like to think about what I say before I say it. And so like when I'm doing the videos, there'll be a good 30-second pause between clips. That's why I do a lot of jump cuts. And I do screw up a lot. Like, I'll say something that's like right now, you can hear the whistling sound when I say my S's. Being a bit of a perfectionist kind of hampers that, because I want everything to come out just perfect. Mostly because, well, I want my viewers to get the best quality they can, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just too anal. I wrote a blog post on michaelbrockbank.com about that today. Not being anal about the videos, but being anal about sponsorships. I keep getting requests for sponsoring like the most random stuff. Like somebody wants me to do Instagram posts for their watches, and they make a good brand, they make a good watch, but the only watch I wear is a Fitbit. I don't have any need of anything else. So it's not a good fit. I told them that, like, the only watch I wear is a Fitbit. Good luck to you. I had one that wanted me to do videos on video editing software, like a writing channel. That's not exactly close to my niche, people. Did have one contact me today about adding a blog post to Writer Sanctuary for quite a sizable amount of money. And it could be an annual thing, so a reoccurring blog post, which isn't bad. I told him that I didn't contact him, or I didn't reply to the first email because he uses a Gmail address, and I don't take inquiries seriously from Gmail. Mostly because too many scammers use Gmail, Hotmail, any of the free email platforms. If you don't email me from your domain name, I'm not going to take it very seriously. And that's just personal preference. I've had too many issues with it, and I just be done with it. So this time they emailed me from their domain name, and I told them my requirements, especially when it comes to Writer Sanctuary. That's where they want to post the article. I'm extremely protective about my domains, especially that one. So I told them all of my requirements for it, which aren't bad. I mean, it's pretty much essentially anything you're going to get from anywhere else, and make sure the content's relevant. I am going to scan it with Grammarly. I'm going to scan it for plagiarism. I need the flesh reading e-score to be above 60, and any outgoing links have to be relevant to freelance writing, WordPress, self-publishing, and something else. It was all writing related. Essentially what I do for Writer Sanctuary. Like, if you can agree to all that, I'll take a look at what you got. So, I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow if they want to send me an article to look at, and if they do, then see how well it pans out. But that'd be really cool. If I can get like a bunch of those, then I wouldn't have to write so much. But then again, I don't really do a lot of effort on the other blogs to make them worthwhile. michaelbrockbank.com is my platform for everything related to me on the internet, so it covers a wide scope of stuff. So I don't have any AdSense on it. I don't have any affiliates. It's just my own little corner of the internet telling everybody what I do. I have to add Practically Living Green to it. I forgot about that. Oops. But so I don't expect an influx of sponsorships on that one. Colorado Plays gets a lot more traffic than Writer Sanctuary, but I make more money with Writer Sanctuary off ads. I think probably because Colorado Plays, the audience probably uses more ad blockers, because I noticed that even with having almost twice the traffic, I'm getting half the AdSense views. So they've got to be blocking it. Gamers. Unfortunately, they also prevent me. That's the site that I donate money to, Extra Life and other charities that benefit Children's Miracle Network. So those people who are using ad blockers are blocking the help I do for kids. Douchebags. That's one of the reasons why I never use an ad blocker. I don't have any ad blockers on any of my computers. That's because I know what it's like to be a creator, so when I go to their website, I don't mind looking at some ads. Sometimes I'll even click on one because it looks interesting. So I can see why some people use an ad blocker, especially if it's saturated the website, and so it's like nothing but ads. I hate that. Like, what's a good example? Social Blade. Social Blade is terrible at doing that with ads. I mean, they've got ads on both sides and above and the bottom. I mean, it's just a mess. I hate that. I maybe show 1, 2, maybe 3 at most within a 3,000 word article. So I don't know. There's if I go to someone's blog, I don't mind looking at an ad because who knows, they might be getting paid for it, so it's all good. See, I just diverged from the topic. What the fuck was I talking about? I have a mouth on me today. Sorry. There's only 2 people here, so one of them's probably my friend Sam or my daughter. At any rate, I was going somewhere with that. Not a clue. I lost where I was. Does anybody have any idea? I lost it. Oh well. Like I said, it's been a day. I've been going non-stop since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's 7, so 13 hours. I started off. Oh, there's something else. It's not really related to blogging. Well, it kind of is, because I'm doing a case study on myself for Crossing Colorado. I'm seeing if I can do 50 push-ups and 50 sit-ups a day. Of course, not in a row. I'm too out of shape for that. But I break them up throughout the day, and I'll do as many as I possibly can, and then wait about 3 hours and then do it again. So I'm up. I got one more set to do today, and I'm like way beyond what I did yesterday. So I'd like to see what happens after 30 days, if anything. I did notice that before I was only able to do 18 setups in a row straight without stopping. This morning I did 19. So any victory is still a victory. But anyway, the point is I'm taking pictures of myself before and after and seeing if it makes a difference, and then I'm going to write an article based on that. And that's one of the best things you can do on a blog is case studies. People love case studies. They love data. So if you can provide some solid, concrete evidence to support your claim that isn't like hearsay or blowing smoke out your butt, then you'll build more of an audience and you're more trustworthy. So everything I do on Crossing Colorado is all based on science and personal experience. So that's one of the cool things I've been up to the last couple of days. I caught your live stream. How's it going, Shyman? Haven't seen you around for a while. It's every Monday, or every other Monday. I wish I had more time, because then I would do it maybe once a week, but I need some me time eventually. Actually, this isn't too bad. I was debating on starting to go out more often, but then I'm like, I get more interaction talking with you guys than I would if I went to a bar or anything, so you are my social life. That's not bad. I enjoy you guys' company. Oh, you missed it last time, Shyman. We had some really good discussions about all kinds of weird stuff. It was pretty cool. Anyway, I was talking about doing case studies for Crossing Colorado. And, that's one thing about the blogging, the gaming website and YouTube channel, is that I want to get more. I don't like doing news pieces. I am more of an evergreen writer, which means the content that I like to focus on will last for years. It won't be outdated. News pieces get more of an immediate traffic. So like you get this big boost of traffic right at the very beginning, but then it dies out because, well, it's outdated news. No one cares anymore. The evergreen pieces, it's much lower, but it lasts for a lot longer. So I prefer to write with evergreen stuff, but when you come across with gaming blogs and well, even the Practically Living Green, well, a lot of that could be evergreen as well. But the most effective pieces for those two blogs are going to be news pieces, and I hate writing news pieces. I hate having to dive into the gaming industry because that's a clusterfuck right now. Every time I watch it, every time I see anything about the gaming industry, all I think is, I wish I had the money to put down to build my own gaming company. Because I would. I'll be the lowest paid CEO of the most successful gaming company in the world. That'd be. Because that's how I think. I've always been that way. Now the two businesses I've owned before moving down here to Denver, I never paid myself an actual salary. I paid my bills. Everything was covered. Everything else went to my employees. So I never needed extravagance or expensive cars, or as long as my house payment was done and I had food on the table, electric was turned on, I could care less. So most of my other, like 2/3 of my money that I made every month went to two other households. That's how I roll. So, like if I was to be a CEO of a gaming company, I could settle for $100,000 a year. Even if I was like, if I was to build something that's popular like Blizzard or Activision, yeah, $100,000 a year would be well more than enough. I don't know what I would do with all that. So that's how I am. A couple times I've been thinking about doing a writing business. Kind of like, not exactly like Textbroker, but kind of like it. Which makes me feel bad because then I would be almost in direct competition with Textbroker, and I don't like biting the hand that used to feed me. But I don't know. I think there's a few things I could probably do better. I don't know. Probably not. But I get so many emails about people wanting help with writing or trying to get their Textbroker accounts. I've got one guy from, like a lot of them come from South Africa or India, and there's some more, the Philippines, I think. But they keep asking me to help them create accounts on Textbroker.com, which is a US based company. And you can't write for Textbroker.com if you don't live in the United States. So I tell them, I feel bad for you, but I don't want to jeopardize what I built. And so I try to guide them in the right way, in the right direction to find some stuff. But I would like to build a company where anybody from anywhere can get paid. How do you think is writing 4,000 words a day is fine to train yourself before you starting a real blog? Because I feel that I'm a crappy writer yet, and I'm not ready. 4,000 words a day is actually pretty good. Right now, I think, what did I do today? Spreadsheet, 25 plus the, so that's a little bit, I did a little over 4,000 words today, but I also spend most of my time editing other people's work. So, 4,000 words a day is actually pretty good, as long as you keep learning and putting everything you learn into practice. It should advance pretty well. That's what I used to do. When I first started Textbroker, I started Writer Sanctuary, and then every day I would go through everything Textbroker editors told me. Then I'd do the research, figure out how to improve my skill and what I need to fix it, and then put that into practice on my blog. So over time, my writing got significantly better. So like if you were to go to Writer Sanctuary right now, look at some of my earlier posts from back in the day, you could definitely see the difference. I'm going to go back and fix them up and spruce them up a bit because they are cringeworthy. And some of them get read. I keep seeing periodically there'll be a visitor or two reading some of my older stuff, and it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm going to fix it. But at the moment, you can definitely see how I progressed as a writer as time went on. and that's how I started. Is I would just blog once or twice a day. I was in 2016. I was part of a prompt group on WordPress.com, and my Writer Sanctuary is linked to it, to WordPress.com. So every time I got a writing prompt, I would write whatever the prompt was, and so I'd write at least 1,000 words, sometimes more. And there were months where I'd have like 25 articles because I would try to do it every day, and then I would practice everything Textbroker editors told me. So while most other people were doing the prompts in creative writing, I was trying to do it more of a professional. This is how you do it for freelance writing, and it actually worked out pretty well for the longest time. I don't do it anymore because they stopped doing the writing prompts in 2017, so like that's kind of a bummer. But I still blog as much as I can. Like right now, I blog at least once or twice a week or a day, and that's on top of, right now I edit mostly for my client, and then periodically on the important pieces I'll write them, so my name is still out there on other people's websites. And yeah, so I try to just keep myself going. That's the best way to advance, man. Don't think that you're a crappy writer. Think of yourself more as a learning writer. There's a big difference. I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. That's why I do a jump cut. I didn't know anything about AP style writing until January 1st of 2012. That's when I started writing for Textbroker. I was a 3-star writer for a year and a half. I had to, commas were my bane. But I would do everything I could to just keep myself going. If there was no work in Textbroker, I tried on Writer Access, or I went to Fiverr. If there was no work on any of those platforms, I'd go to blogging. So I always kept myself writing between the hours of 8 in the morning until about 5 in the afternoon. Well, once I quit my job. Afterwards, or before that, I was working at the school district, and so I'd get home at about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'd grab an order or two on Textbroker, write those out, be half asleep, which is why I wrote that article on my website about trying to find your best. Wow, there's something written on my closet door that I've never seen before. Must be the people who used to live here before me. Anyway, goldfish. So anyway, yeah. So I'd do those, and then I would try blogging at night. There's times where I would be so freaking tired that I just couldn't do it. But after doing that for about a year and a half, I was able to make enough money to where I could quit for the school district, and I haven't had a traditional job since, and that was in 2013, I believe. Pretty sure I quit in 2013. And here I am. But it does take a lot of work and a lot of practice, so don't think that you're crappy, man. It get better. Practice makes perfect. Just keep hammering it out. And if you don't have your own blog, now here's a good one. You can either do a free, you can start a free blog on like WordPress.com or Tumblr or Blogger or whatever the hell's out there. Or here's something you can try doing is go into Medium or Hub Pages or Vocal Media and try writing there. Of course, Hub Pages is pretty, like I had them just eviscerate one of my articles. I'm like, I'm a professional writer, and some of the things they were changing, I'm like, why the hell would you change that? So Hub Pages a little kind of irked me there for a moment. So they uncovered me on TV. I was writing on my sister's account. Despite she is a native speaker, she lived in the US and was editing all my articles, they still closed this account. Yep. When saw that I enter from Ukraine too much, thus you may say to those Indian guys that they will just lose their time. Exactly. TV has strict rules and a tentative team. Yes, they do. Which is why I'm like, every time they ask me for it, I'm like, I can't do it because I know how strict they are. So it's kind of a bummer that you got blasted for it, but it is what it is. See, now that's what I was talking about. Like if I created a a writing platform where anybody can make as much money as I do on Textbooker, but to let everybody in the world write from no matter what location they're at. I know it'd be a headache to monitor all the taxes and information for that, but I don't know. I still think it can be done. And I think you can write for like Hub Pages, Medium, and Vocal Media from virtually anywhere. So you might want to look that up. I've heard of people. I had one chick on here a few months ago, actually. And she was saying how she makes about $60 a day. And that was from, I think she said she had like 30 blog posts on Hub Pages. Some of them went viral. So if you can get on something like that and then create some great stuff, you can make a decent amount of money. Problem is that you got to write something that's viral or goes viral. So yeah, I've been offered money for creating accounts. And I feel bad for these people, but I can't do it. I don't. And when you create an account, see, all of your accounts are linked to your social security number. So that would be fraud, and I would go to jail. So no, I'm not going to do that. And that's if you create an account and sell it. And that's not going to happen. Sorry. I'll do everything else I can possible to help you along, but I've never gone to jail, knock on wood, and I don't plan on it ever. So, at least of all, I ain't going to do it for selling a Textbooker account. God, my knee hurts. Don't know how long I'll be able to sit here tonight, guys. Oh, my knee's killing me. I've been sitting in this chair all freaking day. Got up a few times, did my sit-ups and push-ups. Went out and I got this pumpkin out in the backyard. It's like this freaking big. It's probably pushing 25, 30 pounds now. It's gonna be a monster. First time I ever had real pumpkins coming up, because I've been trying to grow pumpkins for 3 freaking years. The first time I got 68 softball-sized things that wanted to be pumpkins, but they just stopped. And then last year, out of the 5 plants I tried to grow, I only got 1 that was about this big, and it didn't even turn to a pumpkin. It just stopped growing, and it turned kind of a whitish color, and it was weird. Those were Casper pumpkins, so obviously they were going to be white, but it stopped growing, and there was only 1 of them out of 5 plants. So I think Westminster's soil was cursed. Here, my backyard is mostly sand, but I've been doing a lot of compost, a lot of mulch, Miracle-Gro, watering the piss out of it, and I've got quite a few coming up this year, so I'm pretty excited about that. Which is going to give me content for writing a blog post on practicallylivinggreen.com. Anymore, I look at anything and think to myself, content. So like if I go shopping and do a review on some diet food, give me a blog post. Weird. Like a lot of people that normally show up aren't here today. Shimon's here. It's good. But like Diana's not here, Ron. Oh. Everybody has lives. This is a good thing. Oh. So anywho, aside from that, I don't know what to do for you in the Ukraine, dude. Try checking some of those things I've mentioned and see if any of them will let you write there. I'm fairly sure Medium does. I'll have to look it up now because it's going to bother me if I don't. Writing. There's a lot of images for it. Still on here. Let me look. I don't care about that. Just give me the location. See, that even, I hate that. It's not giving me a. It's not giving me a location for it. So you might be able to do medium. It's not really. Okay, I think I looked at that already. Oh, hold on. I think it says that about the IRS. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. I love how a lot of overseas companies can still. Yeah, okay. Yada yada yada. Will be required to issue a 1099 miscellaneous, which is what you get from tax broker. Okay, well, never mind. Maybe not. But I bet this company's based in like the UK. That's what I was going to say. Is that a lot of these companies will say, "Oh, you need to be a U.S. citizen," but they're all owned from somewhere overseas. Yeah, that's the only thing I can find of location-wise is they talk about issuing a 1099. So maybe you won't be able to. I like your videos. I've learned a lot the last few months. TV is great. Their feedback is very helpful. Well, thank you. Hey, Ron, how's it going? Yeah, it's I love TextBroker. That's how I started. And I know a lot of people out there don't like content mills, but for what they are, they're a great place to get started, to learn how to write, learn how to interact with clients. And then from there, just expand. Like right now, I got my client now from LinkedIn, and now it's a private client. I make way more money than TextBroker was paying me. But if it wasn't for TextBroker, I wouldn't be where I am today. So definitely they have their benefits. Wow, my mind's a mess. But anyways, what I was trying to do is find out if Shyman here can write from the Ukraine on Medium, and I don't see anything. The only thing I see is they issue a 1099, which means they are a U.S. company, so you have to have a U.S. address. Oh wait, countries supported the program. Here we go. Duh. Let's see, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, United States, United Kingdom, and United States. So no Ukraine in there at all. That's nice. Everywhere but. How rude. I don't know. Maybe you're doesn't look like any Russian countries are in there. I don't know why. Yeah, I remember when it was called Czechoslovakia. God, I'm old. Anyway, so no, it doesn't look like I'll be able to do medium. At least for the partner program. I wonder what about it's another one. Pages supported countries? No. Oh God, my mind is like mush. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see, hub pages. Okay, not every country is supported, but I don't know what I want, or what do I want to write there. The thing is that I like philosophy, religious studies. I don't know what people want to read about. Well, that's when you do some research. It's like I suggested before, is starting a free blog and seeing if you like it. Take your ideas and do some research on the key phrases and see if there's an audience for it. I know that there's a lot for philosophy and religious studies, so depending on what you cover, you'll probably have quite an audience for it. I tried to write TB Spain and couldn't because of my location. Yeah. I tried to log into TB UK once, but I'm based in the US, so they wouldn't let me. I was just curious. But apparently, textbroker.com gets way more traffic or way more clients than textbroker.uk. I just wanted to see what it was like. Which is funny because a lot of UK customers will come to textbroker.com for American authors, but then tell us that you have to write using English verbiage. So like behavior spelled with OU or IO or OU, color, and you have to use a lot of slang from Great Britain. So I've had to do a couple of those. I don't like doing them, but it's possible. I just think it's funny how they come here instead of using textbroker.uk because it's not nearly as popular as a platform. There's, what I hear, not nearly as many writers or clients on UK. It's growing though. Okay, Hub Pages. Hub Pages is the one I was telling you about earlier that is a little bit anal when it comes to content. They were changing stuff and to make it fit better with their website. I don't like it when people change my words. So yeah, I took a little bit of offense to it. I haven't wrote for them since. 50 hub page terms, it will be 50 hubs or again 50 large. What? Oh, this isn't even Hub Pages. God, I hate it when you come across a blog. I don't know. I'd have to dig a little bit deeper. That's what I should do a business for, is trying to find people writing work. Charge them $100 an hour. I have an account on medium.com. It's possible because I have a sibling in the US. I don't understand why my messages disappear here. Oh. I don't know. I'm able to read them. I don't know, because TextBroker's been, or not TextBroker, YouTube has been doing a lot of weird stuff lately. Like I was getting, well, every time I upload a video, I get spammed by bots, like almost immediately. That I'm used to. But then one replied, and it looked legitimate. They didn't even have a link or anything. It was more of one of those, I like your videos, come check out my channel if you'd like, but he didn't leave a link or anything, so it was probably spam. But it's not even showing up in the spam folder, and YouTube hasn't been telling me when I get comments, so I have to like constantly go into YouTube and check the comment section to make sure that no one's asked me something. Kind of a pain in the ass. I do like that they fixed how uploading videos work, but maybe you should fix the rest of the system. That'd be great. Neo Soul Rider, how's it going? With everything that is going on, you would be surprised what people read about. So I say anyone wanting to write a blog, just write the blog. Exactly. Just don't start the blog and not keep up with it. Yeah, exactly. Just throw it out there and see if you have an audience. I started Writer Sanctuary mostly to help me learn how to write, and then it just turned into something else. So you never know where it's going to go. Crossing Colorado, before Google sunk it last year, that was just a running log of me losing weight. I started off at 300 pounds. I'm down to 220. So I've lost 80 pounds. And then it started turning into this other monster by itself. The only blog I have that actually is still what I originally intended it to be is Colorado Plays. So, but yeah, if you have any interest, you never know the audience you're coming across. With billions of people on the internet, there's someone who's going to have an interest in your topic. Like, I didn't think TextBroker was all that big of a subject. I would write about it. That's what I used to do. I would write constantly about my experiences in TextBroker, how much I make, and then I started making videos, And at first, I wasn't going to do Textbroker videos on my channel, but my friend Chris Desitoff talked me into it because I helped him get started, or helped him get motivated to keep going with Textbroker. So I figured I'll try a few. And it's one of the biggest things I'm most known about. So don't think that your niche is too small, because you never know who's going to be watching or reading. So you might come across something. Congrats on the hard work with your weight loss. Well, thank you very much, Neil. I still got a ways to go. Well, I can't say a ways. I don't think I'll hit lower than 200 pounds because I'm naturally a big guy anyway. But I don't weigh 300 anymore, and that's the key. I'm going to write a book, How to Lose 80 Pounds in 6 Short Years. So, yeah, I've been kind of slacking. A lot of it, the book is going to be more about having to deal with a midlife crisis and having severe depression issues. And then the stuff I went through last year, it doesn't help. So it's not necessarily a weight loss book, but more of a psychological trip into the mind of a writer. Your content with Textbroker, along with Chris, has been the most honest content I have found on the internet and YouTube. Yeah, it's because we do good work. Chris and I, we don't try to blow smoke up your butt or try to make it sound more grandiose or crappy as it is. We tell you straight up, this is how it works. And it was funny because before I started hanging out with Chris on YouTube, he used to read my Writer Sanctuary articles about Textbroker, and then he told me how I inspired him to do better, and I'm like, I had no idea I had that much of an impact on anybody. So it was pretty cool, which solidifies Neil's point, is that just right, because you never know who you're going to touch with your content. It could be somebody who finds you entertaining, or maybe somebody learn something from you, but you never know until you put it out there. YouTube doesn't allow to type medium.com because first time it didn't appear here. That could be. Maybe the filter is blocking out links. I don't know. I have never set my filter, so I don't know if that may be it or not. Do you ever write for iWriter? I haven't, but that is one of the things that I have in Asana that I wanted to touch on the next month or two, as I was going to try to play around with iWriter. The problem is that I have so many things on my plate right now that, like all these other content mills and job sites, I just don't have time to dive into, simply because, well, I get paid to do a lot of stuff that I do every day. So I want to do it for the sheer article and blog or video, and I'm hoping that I can get some time set aside. But I think you missed it earlier when I was talking about how I tried. Right now I've got 5 blogs, and I'm trying to do 5 YouTube channels simultaneously throughout the week while keeping greengeeks.com going and all the other clients I have. So I don't have a life. That was like a vacation. Because last year, Chris and I were talking about starting a podcast for freelance writing, and I'm like, that'd be kind of a fun idea. So I started playing around with the idea of it and trying to figure out the logistics of it. And then I had quite a few things happen last year that kind of threw my plans kind of in the trash. But nowadays I start thinking about, like, I don't know if I could add one more thing to my plate. Like, if I tried doing a podcast now, it'd have to be on Sunday. Oh, I can't do it on Sundays because I'm live streaming on Twitch for Colorado Plays for charity. So if I did a podcast, it'd have to be on a Saturday, which means I would never, ever leave my house. Ever. Right now, I do these live streams every other Monday, which I love doing. And then I'm trying to get back into every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday on Twitch. And then Wednesday and Fridays, I'm done by 5. By then, I'm burned out and I just need a day. Saturday is the only day where I don't have anything. And we've been talking about maybe doing the videos on Saturday and then scheduling them to come out throughout the week so that I have my week open. Problem is that's still chewing up time. So no matter what, I need to figure out a more streamlined way to make videos. That'd be a hell of a lot easier. Joel Hagelman, how's it going? I wonder if the URL I sent in a message didn't get blocked. It was an LE URL. Maybe YouTube does that. I don't know. I know that in some of my videos, people have been able to send URLs. I've actually added URLs to my channel or in the chat. So yeah, let's try. But it's my channel, so I'd probably be able to. So I don't know. That is a curious one. Of course, YouTube is still having a YouTube problem. Who knows what's going on anymore? I know that, like I said, I don't get notifications for comments. I have to constantly go back into it. Then the comments that people do leave aren't showing up in the actual comments of YouTube Studio, but they do show up in my notifications. I just can't reply to them. I'm like, this is stupid. There's got to be a better way, people. But since I don't have millions of subscribers, they're not going to listen to me. I think somebody would fix that. Wonder if the bigger guys have this much of an issue. Probably not. They probably have YouTube on speed dial. Say, hey, fix this. That'd be great. I shouldn't be drinking coffee this late, but God, this is so good. Oh yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch coffee. Good stuff. Oh, anyway. As for iWriter, I want to get into that. Constant Content is another good one. Now, I kind of played around with Constant Content years ago, and it works similar to TextBroker in terms of editors, but you're able to write whatever you want and try to come up with something that somebody wants to buy. So I kind of like that idea better because you can write whatever you want. You just have to come up with something great. Otherwise, no one's going to buy it. If that podcast idea ever came to light, I would listen. Right on. With all that you have on your plate, you need to rest. I'm still trying to weed out the legit jobs from the scams. Yeah, I hear you. I went through a lot of scams when I first started. That's why I'm like, I started making the list on Writer Sanctuary of all the websites that I know for a fact pay me. And so that way that would give somebody a place to start. Problem is I only have TextBroker, Writer Access, and Fiverr because I was at that point making enough money to pay my bills and had so much money and so much work coming in that I never really expanded because I didn't need to. And I'm the kind of type of person that if it's not broke, I'm not going to fix it. So I was supporting or sponsoring higher writers for a while, but then I did a couple articles and they do pay, but I don't like the format, I don't like the layout, and I don't like the pay on it because they boast about being like the cheapest place to get content on the internet. Problem is, with a company like that, they're also the cheapest when it comes to paying their authors. And so I didn't make crap on higher writers, that's why I dumped them. TextBroker, Writer Access, and Fiverr all made me about the same amount of money. Now, the only difference between TextBroker and Writer Access back when I was writing was that I was getting about the same amount of money from both sites. They were paying me pretty close to being the same. But the work was starting to increase on TextBroker far more than it was on Writer Access at that point. And so I was getting more direct clients. I was getting on way more teams in TextBroker. So eventually I just kept writing for TextBroker, and my Writer Access account finally got shut down because if you're inactive for like 3 months, it closes. And well, I had so much work coming into TextBroker, it didn't really matter at that point. So that's the only reason why I stopped using Writer Access. It's a great system, especially nowadays when they've added a lot to it. So that's another one that I want to do a video on because they've added so much more than TextBroker. So I bet there's probably quite a bit on it now. So if you're into looking at something, writeraccess.com. I did make quite a bit of money off them, and I'm kind of excited to try it again. I wish Fiverr worked out for me. Upwork didn't work for me. I went from a level 4 to a level 3 with Textbroker. I'm trying to get back to level 4. See, when I first hit my level 4, I had it for 3 days and I got knocked back down to 3. I had a severe issue with commas, and it's kind of a bummer. Fiverr was paying me, because I break everything down on average that I make per hour, and on average on Textbroker I was making, just at this point I was making $15.72 an hour, I think. That was a while ago. But when it came to Fiverr, I was only making like 12 something. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was like $12. I knew it was 12. Yeah, like 12.70 something. And so I was making way more money on Textbroker than I was with Fiverr. And there are ways that you can increase the income that you get from Fiverr. You can add more things like adding graphics or stock photos, all kinds of different things you can add to your gigs. But I didn't have a lot of stuff that a lot of people were looking for. Like, I wasn't a programmer. I didn't have access at that time to stock photos. So there's only so much you can do. And with all the work I was getting on Textbroker, I'm like, I really don't need Fiverr. I was just going back and forth, because if Textbroker didn't have any work, I'd get something on Fiverr or Writer Access. So I just bounced back and forth all day. But when it comes down to it, I got to the point where in 2000, I think it was 2016, 2015 or 2016, I can't remember what year. But it got to the point where I just wrote Textbroker exclusively because I was getting so much money. And the other systems just couldn't keep up. Now, Upwork, I signed up with Upwork, I think it was last year, because I wanted to do a video on it, and they denied me. And I'm like, how the hell do you deny me? I mean, I have 8,000 pieces of content on the internet, 5,500 of them from Textbroker, spanning thousands of clients across the globe, and you denied me. Like, yeah, I'm not a fan of Upwork. Fuck them. Yeah, so I won't now. Even if they sent me an email saying, "Oh yeah, we made a mistake," I would still want to work for you now. No, you screwed the pooch on that one. Oh, here's something good though. I push Grammarly a lot, because I use Grammarly, the Chrome extension Grammarly, and I've done a couple of videos with it. You've probably seen them. But I got them to finally reverse my denial on ShareASale, so now I have them as an affiliate on WriterSanctuary.com, and that is so exciting for me, because they denied me, it was years ago, like when I first started Writer Sanctuary. So I asked them, if you can take a look at it again, it's been 5 years, 6 years. So, yay. It's the little things in life that bring you pleasure. I'm easily amused, like incredibly easy amused. I'm very low maintenance. They didn't want to tell you the truth about what kind of work they have on Upwork. I hate the underbidding with them. See, and that right there, I probably wouldn't use them just for that purpose. I never really got into it because, well, they denied me. But that's one of the things I didn't use. Freelancer.com, something like that. I started playing around with it, and it was vicious. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to undersell myself, because my time is worth way more than this. So if you want to rip off some poor little guy, more power to you. But nah. Like nowadays, I'm successful to the point where I can tell people to sit and spin. I don't need your money. I have my own home. It's not a brand new van, but it has a sunroof. It's a 2006 Town and Country. Love my van. Kids have destroyed it. I have my computer. I have my friend's nice TV in my living room. But there's really nothing I need. So all my bills are paid, and I have a little bit of extra every month. So I am to the point where I can tell everybody, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I don't need you. You need me more than I need you. And when you get to that point, that is one of the most coolest things in the world, to know that you have that much power over a brand. Like the more you can tell them, like, I'm sorry, but nah. You would pay me a lot more than that. So it's a real good feeling when you get to that point. I hope you guys can feel that, because it is pretty cool. I do it a lot lately with sponsorships too. I keep getting these weird. Well, I talked about it earlier. I don't know how much if you guys have seen, but I recently got approached by a watch company on Instagram who wanted me to contact them to do a collaboration. I'm like, they make great watches, but the only watch I wear is a Fitbit, and so I'm like, no. You make good product, but it's all good. I have no use for a watch. Oh, the video one. Yeah, I talked about them earlier too. It was my YouTube channel is based on freelance writing, WordPress, blogging, text broker, everything that has to do with writing. And I hope to get into self-publishing stuff, but you need to finish a book before you can self-publish it. So I need to finish 7 so I can publish the damn thing. But when I do, it's going to be a series of blog posts and videos. So everything on Writer Sanctuary is all based on writing. So I had a brand come up and say, they wanted me to push their video editing software to my viewers. I'm like, wow, you guys didn't even look at my videos, did you? Because what the hell does that have to do with writing? I could probably, if I was imaginative, I could probably work it in somehow. Like no, I can't even think of a way. Voice to text, but that's not video. Voice to text software would be great for like writing. I've never used it myself, but I do know a lot of authors who use it, and I don't know, maybe I can find that as an affiliate. I would like to try it. I don't know how well it'd work though, because my mind is all over the map. When I write, it's so much easier. I'm a much better writer than I am a speaker, and I don't know why. Maybe writing gives me a chance to think about what I'm saying as I'm writing it, because they're much slower as opposed to speaking. And at that point, my brain is going too fast. My mouth isn't keeping up. So I don't know. I don't know if voice to text would work for me. Might come out a little wonky, but yeah, Upwork, definitely. Hey, no. Freelancer, I think it was freelancer.com. There's another one I was on for a brief stint. God, there was one that pissed me off. Essentially, they wanted you to pay 30-something bucks a month to have access to a database of websites that were like TextBroker. So essentially, they did the Google search for you and showed you all the places you can go if you were just to type in freelance work or freelance writer. So I'm like, and they were trying to tell you, oh, you can make like 30-something bucks an hour. And I took a look at them and started going through the process, and I'm like, oh, you guys are so full of shit. So I can't remember the brand's name, otherwise I would so eviscerate them in a review. It was horrible. Voice to text, what software would you recommend? I heard, was it Dragon? Something Dragon. DragonSpeak? Dragon Speech Recognition. Dragon Speech, Dragon Speech is, they're Naturally Speaking Dragon. It's by Nuance. I heard that was really good, but I haven't really dove into it, and I think I might see if I can find a free one, because I would love to do an article about it, and I would love to do a video about it. That'd be kind of cool. Dragon Naturally Speaking, that's what it is. Nuance Communications. Oh look, it was released 23 years ago. I was going to do one back in the day when everything was on Windows Vista. Have you ever used Windows Vista's voice recognition? It was a joke. But I think that's the only one I know of. You know what? I might. Voice to speech. Voice to text software. Because, oh, look at that. There's quite a bit of them, actually. Windows speech recognition is part of the best dictation software. Someone's smoking crack. Windows have always been one of the worst ones. A video? Yeah, I would love to do a video on it. Ooh, then I could do a... then I would have to find a way to have it read it back to me. So that we could see how well it records and plays back. But we have Google Voice Typing. I didn't know Google Docs had a voice typing. That's kind of cool. This is by HubSpot. HubSpot's an awesome brand. I love HubSpot. Google Docs voice typing. It's free. Dragon Professional Individual. Braina Pro. Speech Notes. eSpeaking. VoiceFinger. Apple Dictation. That one I'll have to skip because I don't have an Apple. A new video on Dragon Naturally Speaking would be great. Yeah, I've always wanted to try it. There were times where I'm like, I wonder if I'd be able to finish 7 if I actually had decent voice recognition software. Message retracted. I don't know though, because my mind, especially when it comes to creative writing, it takes me a while because every paragraph is an effort. Not because I get writer's block or anything, just because I want the story to come out right, and so I envision it. And how I write is that when it comes to creative writing, I envision how it would look in a movie. So I even have an idea of who's acting what part, the lighting, the sound effects. I mean, the whole thing runs through my head like a movie. And so I want to make sure that every scene gets right. So it takes me a little longer to write some stories. So I don't know if voice recognition would be worthwhile in that aspect. But maybe I can come up with a couple of articles for like practicallylivinggreen.com and see what I can do with voice recognition with it. That'd be kind of cool. See which ones come out the best. Of course, I'd have to try to speak clearly and loudly, and I'm not the best speaker, so I guess we'll find out. Good enough to get on. For the longest time, my video for Textbroker writing tips was time-stamped and everything as a featured snippet in Google. That was pretty cool. Apparently, they changed the algorithm because it's no longer a time-stamped list. It is a definition block. So, kind of bummed out about that. But apparently, I spoke well enough for Google to timestamp everything. That was pretty neat. Kind of freaky, pretty neat. So, like, some of these we got a lot of free ones. Braina, probably not. That's $239. Dragon Professional Individual. Dragon does have cheaper versions, though, so yeah, I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget. Thank you for the idea, Ron. That's gonna be a really good one, I think, and I'm gonna probably start working on that this week. I wonder how well it would work for a Textbroker article. I don't know. There was somebody I was talking to that uses voice to text when they're doing Textbroker. I can't remember who it was, but that's how they write theirs. So, voice to text. All right. That is a good idea. Thank you very much, Ron. I'm looking forward to that video too. Oh, maybe we can come up with something fun. We'll do a video for each one. God, that'd be a lot of videos. Still, I think it'd be kind of cool. We'll do the best free ones. And if they can understand me, they can probably understand anybody. Oh, there's a lot of them out there. And it's had the same amount of trending keywords for the past 5-6 years, so nice. I wonder if I can find an affiliate for us. Oh, does Dragon have an affiliate? God, my chair is loud. Affiliate. Oh, look at that. They sure as hell do. Sweet. Oh, 18% commission rate. I have to sign up with Commission Junction. Oh, okay. So Commission Junction, I used to have an account with them, and Commission Junction ain't bad. They have a lot more brands. There's a lot more flexibility in what you can do. Oh, wow, I just lost like 4 viewers. I must suck. But anyway, yeah, no one wants to sit and watch me type. So Commission Junction, they have a lot more brands that go through them, a lot more professional looking. They're more interactive with their publishers, which is what you would be. But they are far more strict on what you can do. And I made a bit of money using Commission Junction back when tablets were first coming out. The 7-inch tablet, I had a website called forevertablet.com. It was all about tablets, and I sold a ton of tablets through it. So I made a bit of money on Commission Junction. But then I started doing more freelance writing, and so the Commission Junction stuff kind of got set to the wayside. I started putting more effort into Writer Sanctuary, and eventually, if you don't make a sale within a certain amount of time with Commission Junction, they close your account. Even if you have money, it's gone. So that pissed me off because I had a bit of money still wrapped up in the account. So I don't know if they still do that, but I'll have to look it up. But they do have way more access to bigger brands. I use ShareASale, and I've made a lot of money on ShareASale. I used to sell ink, and I did Google AdWords when I sold ink 7-8 years ago, something like that. 7 years ago. You know, it was before I was writing, so it was definitely before 2012. And I would make a ton of freaking money on every time I put in like $100 into Google AdWords, I would make $200 in sales commissions. So every time I did that, I would double my money. What screwed up though is that I listened to other people, and my landlord pretty much forced me to give him all my money, so I wasn't able to reinvest it. And by then things were going south, and I've had a really rough decade. But Commission Junction or ShareASale does work really well, and that's where all my affiliates right now are going through. I will probably sign up with Commission Junction, so you're welcome. You do honest reviews. That is why I watch your videos. Well, thank you. I do honest reviews for honest viewers. But there's a lot of things I want to do, so I'm definitely gonna check out Commission Junction. And it looks like they got one direct network. Don't know what that one is. I wonder if it's another affiliate program. No. Ooh. That's directly with them. Well, I might just do that. Let's see, hold on. What is that? Whoops. Shit. Okay, there's One Network Direct. One Network Direct. Wow. I can't type at all today. Oh, just got sent to Digital River. Very revenue reduce your risk. So I wonder if they looks like it's a marketing platform. So I wonder if they just do it directly from them and they manage it, maybe? At any rate, I can sign up for an affiliate to be with Dragon naturally, so that'd be kind of cool. Or not kinda, that would be cool. So, top 5 voice to text apps. We've got Dragon Home, IBM Speech to Text. Seriously? Wasn't aware IBM's still in business. Temi, Brainer Pro, Transcribe. That one talks back to you. Ooh. Wow, now I'm excited to try some of these. I can probably make them say some very inappropriate stuff. Probably not for this videos, for Writer Sanctuary, but you know I'm gonna mess with it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna mess with them good. Oh, Bobby screen recorder. I don't know, I like OBS. I'm having a problem with OBS work with Twitch lately though. I don't know why. So from the Twitch streams, I have to use XSplit. So now I have XSplit and OBS, and I don't know the difference between the two. They both work really well, but OBS has way better sound tools to control my audio, and the overall functionality and customization of XSplit is way better than OBS. So that's why I use them both. Like I use OBS for Writer Sanctuary, but I have to use whoops. Yeah, I'm done with that. I have to use XSplit for Twitch, especially like right now, because I made the screen smaller. That's all I did was I shrunk the game down. And now OBS is like, nah, I'm not gonna show it. XSplit's like, yeah, I'll do it. It's a champ. I like it anyway. So I think I might have to call it a night. I'm getting pretty burned out. I need to take a break, like we were talking about earlier. I'm just so much non-stop. I mean, I can't really say that blogging and doing the videos for me is a waste of time. I don't make dick on the blogs. And I'm definitely not monetized on YouTube. But I do have a lot of people that support me on Buy Me a Coffee, and I just like interacting. I love being able to show you guys what I do and help people along the way. So it's not really a waste of time for me. Like I said earlier, I mean, you guys are my social life. I love interacting. I love chatting. I love meeting up with people like Ron and Joel and you guys, Shyman. You guys have been here for a while. Neil Soulwriter. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's a waste. I enjoy it. I love it. I'm just tired. Really, really tired. And I've got to find a better way to do videos. Because, well, the one on Friday took me 2.5 hours, I think it was. So by the time I uploaded it, it was a little bit after I made dinner. Because I didn't get started until 2. And then it takes forever for, I have to render it, upload it, and then YouTube has to render it. So it takes quite a while. And I don't like publishing them until they hit the HD complete, because SD video quality not nearly as good because of everybody's technology nowadays. So I usually try to wait till the HD is done rendering, and sometimes it takes a while, especially at night, probably because so many other people are uploading at the same time. If I get my video uploaded to YouTube by 4 o'clock, it comes out pretty quick. Anytime after 5, I forget about it. It takes a good hour longer. So I've got to come up with a better way to streamline the process. I think part of that is being too much of a perfectionist. I try to make sure every sentence is clear and perfect. And so I'll go through and I'll clip all kinds of stuff out. Maybe I should stop doing that, because it does take a lot longer. And I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm here. I'm sticking around. I ain't quitting yet. Because in reality, I love what I do. So I think with that, we're going to call it a night, though. So if you guys have any questions, comments, that's why I have so many jump cuts. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always hit me up on Twitter and Facebook, or use the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com's website. I'm also going to work on an end screen for Writer Sanctuary videos, and probably an opener for the live streams, because I was looking at it today, I'm like, God, that's kind of boring and plain. And I think I want to try to add a little more pizzazz, but we'll see. Get a good night's sleep. Yeah, thank you, Ron, but it's kind of hard when you're sleeping on a brick. God, my bed is so hard. Memory foam. Yeah, it remembered to be hard as rock. It is, even with a softer topper on it, I think that is probably the biggest issue I've been having lately in the last couple of months, is that I haven't been able to sleep since I left the hotel in April or May. So, yeah. I'm hoping that'll change soon. But thank you very much, Ron, and I hope things are going great for you guys. And yeah. Okay, here comes the fun part. Trying to figure out which one I shut down first. And I think it's OBS. Because if I don't do it right, then it cuts off to like the last 18 seconds of the stream. So I can either sit here in silence for 18 seconds and look like an idiot, or I can hit stop stream and all of a sudden I'm just gone. So we'll experiment. We're gonna try OBS first. Oh, and then I am gonna go find a nice glass of wine. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you have any, seriously, if you do have any questions, I'm more active on Twitter than anything. You can reach out to me on Facebook. I do a bit of Facebook stuff. The contact form sends me a direct email. Even while I'm working, it'll pop up. So if you guys ever have any questions or comments or concerns, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. And thank you, Ron, for the ideas for the upcoming articles and videos. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with those. And if you guys have any other questions or any other suggestions for videos, feel free to hit me up. So thank you guys, and I'll see you possibly on